do a quick roundup. We can do this quickly. Time me. By 15 minutes past, I will have done the build. So that's in game.
Okay.
Natsu playing a playing staff. Wow, okay, fail. Blasting staff in the Arcana tree. That is the Elementalist. Natsu is playing with the typical utilities we would see. He's going to go with the glyph of Elementals there as well. We do know what this does. Good point holder as well as decapper, and actually making sure they can secure the node, as well as putting on a lot of pressure onto the point with a lot of fields. And Condi cleanse and support healing. Going over to Metrak, who's also going to be playing Elementalist, dagger style. Same build really as the other elementalists we just went through, other than having you renewing stamina in the Arcana tree, which is really the big difference there. Of course, going for the Holbrook rune and Celestial Amulets. Going over to Renner, who's going to be the thief on this team. Going for, we've got SD here. We've got an SD build, so very annoying to pin down. Not as much damage as the Executioner on Panic Strike build, of course, but is very hard to pin down, and makes up for that damage by being evasive as hell and trying to get around the map. The build that Sizer does play, so a lot of decapping could come out here, as we don't see really anyone that can come in conjunction with that in terms of damage, with i.e. Mesmer. Danto is going to be playing the Bunker Support Guardian. Danto, don't know if anyone remembers Danto, should do. But playing with the Mace Focus and the staff at the moment. Typical altruistic healing support build will be in the team fights. Needs to be in them to be used to the full potential. We do have 2 Elementalists and a Warrior though, so can rotate wherever. Even holding a point, we might see him doing that from time to time. Going over to Jackie in Rage, who's going to be the final member of this team. We will be playing the Shout Warrior build that we have seen coming out very recently in the last month or so, since the major patch. She was the 00464, using those free shouts, of course, going for the using 2 shouts, and yes, indeed, balanced stance as well, to try and get that extra stability to secure points, to secure downs, and very good. Also with the battle standard to try and res any potential people. So a lot of support in this team, really bunkery. Renner's going to be getting those decaps as well around the map, and
Renner can't really make that much. It would have been probably a waste to go with something like Panic Strike or Executioner build on a DP, because the burst damage will only really come from him. So a bit more survivability, and him as pretty much the mobility of the team. He will most likely be the one on the decaps, on the roaming around. Maybe the one
responsibility. A lot of responsibility. And it's 15. There you go, done it.
Nice one. So, going over to 55 really quick. We didn't go through them last time. I'm going to be quicker. We have a Staff Elementalist with Mercy Rune Eternia. So, going back from the bunker, I think you said he was running with the Dolyak.
He was running Melandru before.
Melandru, Dolyak, or Mercy is pretty much the 3 we've seen him on. Mercy, of course, for the quick reses. Then we have Demon Lord on an altruistic healing Bunker Guardian. 8k microwaves. On a Shatter Mesmer with Moa. No time warp yet. Maybe there's time for that later. Time for the time warp. Okay.
No.
I almost feel bad about that. Is playing the exact same build that we also see on Renner, with a Sword Dagger Thief, and then a Xenanan on a Celestial Rifle Engineer with Slick Shoes. Done.
That's a bit quicker than mine. Screw you. I was just looking at the wonderful, amazing scarf on most members of 55 HP monks, because it is epic, and if you don't have it, you need to get that.
It is indeed. I have to agree. Nice one. Wait, you can combine that with a head item. Is it shoulders?
Yeah, it's a shoulder piece.
Oh, awesome. I think I know what I'm getting.
Reborn.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, in terms of this team, this is kind of a cheese mode versus cheese mode-ish versus 55 HP monk. So potential.
Nah, Bunker Guardian. That's what changes a lot. That changes a lot, actually.
The problem having a Bunker Guardian with 2 Ellies, and also a Shout Warrior,
and
the
one
amount of combi damage clear is just ridiculous. That it's almost too much. So there's going to be hardly any conditions on these guys other than the thief, most likely. But I think 55 HP monks can take that that's an advantage.
Did you give the ready when ready?
Oh shoot, sugar. So because 55 HP monks isn't really condition heavy in terms of their team, you know. I mean, Eternia can do Condi, but he's really there to survive and res and to be supportive. We've got really the burst damage coming out from EC and the King Microwave.
I screwed up the teams, by the way. Now they're in the right order, of course. We have 55 HP monks on the blue side, or Ellie, as we have called them, and HMG, aka heavy machine guns, on the red side. Now let's have a look at the splits.
As we're coming into this first map of this semi-final, we have seen across. Oh, look at Danto planting that fifth ability of the staff, knocking down EC there, actually really slowing him down to the point where it looks like Natsu might actually get this cap unless Zan can get onto the point. Oh, wasn't able to get the knockback. Oh, EC got there on time. Nice job. We can see 8K Micros coming in with that Great Sword 4 to try and put some damage on Node. He actually interrupted it himself, so that hasn't come off. We are going to see Natsu just disengaging now as Jackie will stay on point. And versus a couple of people here, Jackie needs to be careful. Zan is really in a low spot at the moment as well here. Needs to be very careful. Needs to try and get someone else on Node. Zan is very low here. And Jackie really on full HP. Doing a fantastic job. So is Natsu
just kiting them around like crazy, and Zenon in a 1v1 basically with Jackie, while Misha or 8K as well as Issei are kept busy by chasing Natsu. Now they've managed to focus another target, Jackie in the downstate. Zenon is still pretty low. Oh, and Renner comes in. Last hit gets him down. Possibly a stomp on that would mean a rally. We have a double downstate. Who's going to be first? We do have a mower on Renner. He can't rest Jackie or can't stomp, and we already have him back up. So why am I so excited? The next excitement is Natsu down, so 55 in the end. Cleared that point up.
Unfortunately, they've cleared it up, but they are behind at the moment. They need to make sure that is done and dusted. Move over to mid, quickly secure the 2 cap, and then they're ready. We are going to see the respawns happening from red team, of course, over on this side of the map, so they can't completely disengage because Zan is going to be left alone. Jackie, in all honesty, is probably not going to go up against Zan there. That's a good idea. Doesn't want to. He will outlast him. I'm still reticent about this shout build, to be fair, because I still think, you know, maybe I won't even say that. Maybe I won't say that. It caused a load of ruckus in chat. But going back into the fight, Danto is very low at the moment. Even has to use that renewed focus to get out of that fight, of course. And has got some nice condition on him at the moment as well. EC's coming in to try and get some burst on him. He's going to go down very quickly. He has no cooldowns left. He's taken out of the fight. Demon Lord is going to get that secured down there with the stability.
No, not that secure if you have the refuge on him. Jackie rezzing, bringing Danto back up, and basically a whole new threat. We do have the shelter back up. That is a lot of damage negate, and now 8K is down. The damage on him not really that much. We do have again the refuge coming out to secure that res point still neutral, and fight still going on.
I really thought it was going to get him down, and I just moved out into another point in the map, and I was like, oh, so typical. Last second refuge, a nice res, good stuff from the red team.
Oh wait,
I
do
believe we've had a disconnect. Zan has gone AFK though.
Okay.
He's kind of on mine anyway, you know, he's not really involved in the fight.
In a very safe position to be res just by Demon Lord, even with the poison on him, managed to get that. And did we see a res with the battle standard as well on the side? Right. Let's see, Jackie, yes, has it on cooldown, so battle standard came out to pick one up there. Just 4v4 big team fight going on, while Zan semi-AFKs due to the disconnect on the red team.
Yeah, no, easy going down here. Oh, not sure we're going to get the res. Demon Lord's trying for his life, but so much cleave coming out there as well.
Oh, bit of overcommitment. Demon Lord almost falling. And we have Renner down now.
They used it to their advantage. Oh no, Renner's going to get up. Dante's going to take out EC there. And 55 HP Monk's having a little bit of trouble here, actually, over on this node at the moment. Zan is still AFK. We do have 4v4 still in play at the moment. Still kind of neutral on this point. It only needs to bail a little bit here because he is getting taken down very low. Lightning flashes across the point and trying to put that static field down as well. He's going to be
killer's a good thing. The problem with the killers is the respawn, and respawning, especially if you have the enemy close point capped. getting the decap and probably the cap, meaning there is a double outer point cap happening. Still only 4 people, Xenanon still not really participating. Might have to watch as the point gets decapped now if he really wants to stay there.
Metric's back.
Oh,
Metric's
he's back. And
Xenanon,
you could go on the point. He didn't read the chat in time. He didn't read the chat in time. He's... Zen, read the chat. Oh, Zaki, sportsmanship. Getting off the point. Now we can go. Xenanon on point. Got the decap.
Oh.
He's gonna let him... Is he gonna let him recap? Yeah, he's just walking away. He's just walking away.
Oh,
nice
that's
one.
Sweet. Look at that. Look at that. That is epic sportsmanship there. So over on the Henge, we're going to see currently 2v2 happening between, oh, hello, Natsu and also, sorry, can't actually see who else is here. Metric at the moment. We do see a disengage from EC. He's going to go towards the mid to help out over there, try and get AK Microwaves back up maybe, as we have seen Renner trying to disengage a little bit here. He's low on HP, but that doesn't, whoa! He's going to be taken down there. We're going to see the banner coming out. And also Renner's still in the down state. Oh god, this is messy over on the mid. No one's
yeah,
ready
we
on
have
there to get
so
the
many
cap.
conditions. Look at the red team. So
Blood.
many conditions, so many boons. Not quite getting there. Big team fight, big effort to get the rest of them. Probably a lot of cooldowns burned for that.
Yes, I would say so. That was not a bad res attempt, to be fair. But you know, they went really full, I don't know, ham. Is that what they say in America? I can't remember.
Some do, some do. Renner now with the respawn, not able to do the same thing that ESL did.
The res coming out? Oh no, he's going to vapor form back towards Danto actually. He's going to be able to get that secure res as they're going to have to reposition to get the cleave. Not able to take him out there. Natsu back up. The Elemental is being back at 3/4 HP.
Oh, Demon Lord now taken down. I
good.
don't think it was really a great position for him to be in a 1v1 against a Elementalist, because sooner or later he is going to be taken down. We had the assistance of Renner to make that a bit quicker. We have a bit of an advantage for 55 at the moment point-wise, because they managed to keep the mine point after that back and forth of who's more polite and more sportsmanship-like. That's not a word. Well, back to the game at hand. Renner bursted down by Issei and 8k. Danto trying to get there. Oh, getting a thief. That might be difficult, especially with the damage. That is an overcommitment to res he will never get.
Yeah, no. He tried. I mean, in a way, it took off the damage focus that was on Natsu, so they could refocus onto Renner. So, I mean, it wasn't too bad in the end. At least it was only one person who tried to do it. So, refocused 55 HP monks onto another target, which funnily enough has actually helped them. But Natsu is again the main focus target here. Still has a couple of cooldowns, so can lightning flash out if he does need to, which probably needs to happen quite soon because he's very low on HP. He didn't. He is going to go down on Node. Still has that vapor form, of course, if he does decide to use it. He has done.
Danto.
Oh, that's a good time to use it. A good
Tonya with the save
res,
res, second down. Jackie in position to get that one safety refuge there from the incoming Renner back to the fight. The mid fight is just a really big messy thing at the moment, where there's only the only side point actually really had was after respawn. Nobody's disengaging from the fights. They're either dying or staying.
Not at all. Yeah, Danto's very close to going down here again.
Not anymore.
The sustain on the point is good, apart from when he just went down, unfortunately for him. And the war banner comes out and Danto is back up. We've got some yo-yo action going down over here. EC is actually getting a nice bit of pressure from him because there's so much cleave that he's, you know, he's just dancing between the top of the stairs on each side of the point and then dipping into the mid, trying to pop some damage onto Jackie Rage there, getting down to really low. He's going to be taken out. Oh no, he gets CC, and that's going to be him. The overcommitment from him is going to take him down, but he's going to be res, the nice res from him, and he's going to use that withdrawal to get out of that fight. And you know, that's kind of what he can't really do much else other than maybe going for that decap over on the hands. Jackie's still low HP, but it's been
nobody wants to disengage. Double downset, and this could turn it around. We have all players in this team fight, but the double downset will be too much for the red team to handle. Jackie finished off. Danto just going down to due to damage, and maybe the decap now on the mine from Renner, and it is gonna be the decap, and nicely cleared up that situation. Only problem, we pretty much have a mirror play. Issei also going for the decap on the henge, so switching up those most points. Currently, of course, contested by Xenanon on the
probably
mine
better.
point with the reinforcements from Jackie. Xenanon might want to consider a disengage here because he's going to get a lot of respawn.
It's not. I mean, the thing is, 55 HP monks push over to help him. He's
Metric
going
is
to
still alive in mid.
now.
They disengaged a bit too quick, maybe.
Oh dear, that's not good. Oh, there's still 2 of them there. It's not too bad, but yeah, he can keep the point contested. That's for sure. I mean, it's not too good.
Nope,
taking him
he
off point
can't.
now. That was actually, you know, 55 HP monks defending the mine for as long as they did. Zan was able to get out of that point, and EC getting the back point for them, so they're closer to their respawn. It's actually a better position for them to be in for now as well.
Yeah, it was pretty nicely done here. We have Zenon, now he's down to 2 Nans. Brilliant. Currently as
He's
a
only
back,
got 1 there. Yeah, he's now got 2.
yeah.
Needs
Is
some help
engaged,
over here.
is being engaged by 2 people, needs some assistance, and we again see just the entire play, every player from every team moving there. We only have 2 elementalists sitting at the points and defending them, having an eye on those, and not giving the thieves any opportunity.
They could probably nip over to the mid. You know, Red Team could push 3 points at the moment. I mean, they can sustain themselves so well. You know, EC and 8K are going to have some trouble. So they could change it up and try and go for the 3 points at the moment. Maybe even leaving mine open. But you know that EC is going to go for that decap if that happens. So I reckon they need to split between these nodes.
Oh, they might get the decap.
Winning this.
Nice. Demon Lord. Too much investment on getting the stomp there. Keeping everyone safe.
Done it a couple of times, nipping off node.
Yeah.
Needs to be careful about that.
Maybe a bit of miscommunication with that, just with who rotates on point at what moment.
Yeah, I think it's actually as well just finally just jumping off point a little tiny bit, you know, where he currently is. I mean, he just gets immobilized just a tiny bit off node and losing a couple of ticks on the point, you know, which then leads to that decap. So they need to work on that a little tiny bit, I think.
We actually see Rezzing, and even the mower on Matrick is not going to do anything against it, but the burst damage on him might. Nice line of sight, people coming from all over the place. Knockback happening, immobilized down, he goes. Jackie in position to get the res, but it's too much damage for him to really deal with, and now he is just committed to keep the point neutral. It is, of course, also a thing to mention, the far point, meaning that the red team needs to invest a little bit more time to get to that point than 55 would if they would actually lose players, which they don't at the moment.
Exactly, this is much better for them. They can just sit back, defend, they've got the mid's going to be fine, and Tony's going to be able to hold against 2 people over there, you know, and this is good situation 55 are in, and this is why I think Red Team need to start pushing towards 2 points to come back, to have a chance of coming back into this game. Maybe leave mine open and just be offensive on TCAP.
We have at the moment Predator esporting without a lead.
Yeah.
That doesn't really work.
No, that's true. We got to call it something else.
Yeah, now point got cleared up.
Now
we see quick chieftain afterwards. Home point is safe, and 55 just extending the lead and making it a pretty sure thing with that creature kill.
It's pretty sure, Nick. Pretty sure that 55 HP monks are going to get this. As just having a look at 8K, who does a nice pull up towards the mid there, using that blink of course. He's going to get up node to try and help out his buddy Eternia on the point, getting a lot of burst down onto Metric actually there as well, in conjunction with EC. The focus targeting of these 2 guys is working. The Panic Strike team is doing very, very well at the moment. And
the support and the kiting and the CC from Metric is just...
I know. Oh dear.
Pretty nice thing to watch. Hanging on, clinging on to his life just by a hair. But at the end, 307 points to 501. The first match going over to 55, but I wouldn't call it a done deal yet, because we do still have the second map, and there were definitely some moments in there. One of which, really, the first situation with 2 people. Who was it? It was Natsu. Natsu kiting and CCing and stunning Misha and Issei so hard that he just had full HP, didn't even get damaged at all, and in the meanwhile just the 1v1 between who was it? Was it Jackie versus Xenanon, I think. if I remember correctly, and winning that 1v1, while the pain train of 55 was just way too focused on getting this one elementalist that they just couldn't get to.
Their focus was really good. Red losing those two teams. I mean, the main bulk of the match was spent on keep, and then it was spent on henge. You know, it was defensive for 55, but they won it, and they could, you know, that's pretty much what won the game, winning those two big team fights. Because the mid fight was so long. It was like a majority of the game. And, you know, with the sustain that red team had, there was just not enough damage. They need some more damage on this team, you know.
Well, they did get a couple of downs. The only problem is they didn't really have much to follow it with.
And they couldn't keep him down sometimes as well. The 55 HP Monk's rezzing was really good, you know, and especially when they've got Eternia in that rezzing team, you know, it's always going to be fast. So they can't really burst that much. So when they've got someone down, Renner needs to be there to put a lot of cleave down, but can't because there's so much AoE cleave coming down on the corpse as well from the guys. So, you know, it's very tough for red team to get some, you know, secure these downs and actually, you know, get anywhere on the map. So I even think that Jackie going into Hambo would be kind of useful, but Jackie's doing a really good job in this build anyway.
Yeah.
But just for some stun potential,
he is bringing some of the good support, but especially if
they're all bringing support.
Yeah, especially if we have such a long drawn out team fight, as we've seen in the last game, which might not necessarily happen. It could develop into something different. Teams change up strategies from time to time. But if we get into something like that, Hambo might be really good.
Yeah, I do feel that Hambo would be quite useful for them.
Would just be able to get that just tiny bit of CC that could turn around a lot of the situations we've seen in the last game.
I mean, pinning down Misha and also EC would be really good because they've not really got that much CC, you know. I mean, they haven't. They just haven't got it because, you know, they've got the Thief, they've got some updraft from one of the Elementalists, and, you know, there's not much.
Or just completely commit to it, get a Mercy on Natsu, and then kick Renner and get another Elementalist or something like that. Completely commit to as much survivability as possible.
Nick's telling you to kick your team member.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It was a joke. I want to emphasize that. But now we're going to go into the second match of the best of 3 semi-final here in the Go4 Cup. We do have heavy machine guns. Need to remember that. Heavy machine guns on the red side and 55 HP monks on the blue side.
Heavy hats coming in now. Jackie is going to be defending with Natsu over on the quarry node at the moment. As we see Zanan, screw you, and EC going over to be quite offensive over on this node. EC is going to come over here as well. They want to try and polish that up as they're in a 3v2 situation. Mid, we are going to see Demon Lord and Danto kind of looking at each other saying, I like your clothes. Metric and also Renner are going to push away Curve over. Curve. Eternia over towards the mid. So maybe they're just going to leave it actually and actually go for a mid/quarry cap.
Oh yeah,
as 55
quarry,
HP starts
quarry is
out.
a better idea. I don't know if leaving Eternia there, he can definitely handle it. Renner also 3 people attacking. They might need to be quick. We do have the Jackie down, so that situation is pretty much cleared up. So the quick advancement of Demon Lord just to secure the kill on Natsu there. And now with 2 players down, they might be able to snowball this mid fight.
They probably definitely will be able to, especially with 2 out. I mean, even EC could just disengage completely and go for the decap over on the waterfall.
There's no damage at the moment. What is 55 doing? Are they doing anything? Oh,
Dancing.
There we go, Matrak. There we have a target. Found and dealt with, but the support is again a bit too
That's
much
the thing. You can see exactly when they haven't focused a target down, there's nothing. There is absolutely, they can't cleave down the targets because there's too much regen going down. They need to always be on target, and it's exactly what 55 HP monks did well in the first game. So they need to make sure they've got that, and they haven't at the moment. Still, Renner really is the only one who's being focused, and that's because Renner really is just overextended towards the quarry, trying to get that decap. And yeah, not the best move there from Renner,
A bit of a
unfortunately.
position. Very nice
Here comes the
knockback
res.
there with the sword 5 from Misha.
Oh,
And if in
that's
doubt, battle standard. Bring up Renner now in the Shadow Refuge to disengage. And I just have to say, I mean, they were attacking, but just due to all that regen and healing that comes from all over the place, it really looked like nothing happened.
It still looks like nothing's happening. There's not even a condition on the team of Red at the moment. There's so much condition. Look, again, Renner's down. I'm not sure why he just dipped into that fight there. I mean, maybe he was trying to jump onto 8k. He's very low, so he's trying to finish him off.
Oh, they're really committing to the res, but the stability on Eternia is going to be no interrupt on that one. And not quite fast enough with the res, or, well, too much damage from the side of 55.
Yeah, now they're trying to get some focus down on Jackie, so they've picked their target. You can see now that that's happening. Danto's just caught in a bit of cleave there, but as soon as they start to focus, that's what's happening, and that's probably what they're saying. They're saying, look, guys, we ain't got all day. Can you hurry yourself up and get some focus down on this target? Jackie's going to go down there. Some cleave can come in as well as the static field. A lot of retaliation's been jumped on the res almost. Whoa,
so close again.
Very close on the res there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get him back up, and they are down a member in this fight. Now we are going to see. Looks
Just
like Zan's going to have a look over
the Mercy rune would have probably made the difference there. Just imagine it.
Oh yeah, it would have definitely. I mean, you know, the way they're playing, they could probably just go for it. They might as well. Renner's down again. You know, their focus target is good. As soon as Renner's coming into the fight, there's so much cleave going down on the corpse that Metric almost goes down. Danto very low as well, trying to heal. Just line of sighting easy there, and 8k microwaves. Metric, really good job actually. A line of sighting, trying to get out of the fights and actually regenning himself. And then surrounding himself with teammates to try and support him. So that's one thing that's really going in favor of Red, but they're not getting any kills.
Now, well, look at the points at the moment. We have this mid fight and the outer points capped on both sides. We have people having an eye that it doesn't get decapped. Currently, just due to the respawns and on the really defensive, just completely staying out of the fight in mid. To keep an eye on that one. Now the re-engage from Renner, and we do see Renner is the one target they can actually focus down, and they try and pick him off. And I have to say, it almost fell apart there. Almost fell apart for the red team when they overcommitted a little bit to a res. And they might just say, well, okay, cut your losses, let Renner die, and just try and sustain it until he respawns.
What's happening over here? We've seen Easy and 8k going over towards Natsu, trying to take him out. They've actually dropped a portal, and maybe they're trying to distract, bringing red team members over here so they can maybe go back to mid and really fast. Oh no, they're going to escape. There you go.
There we go. Danto's the target on mid. Only one left. Is a Amnesia on him, as well as Eternia, but the damage doesn't seem to be quite enough. He does have these hard counters to burst damage, such as Shelter, for example.
Yeah. I mean, he's dropped a few cooldowns, so still have save yourselves. If he's not going to be able to get off all the conditions there, had to use renewed focus, got his virtues back. He's going to be okay, I think, here for a short time.
He's down on the side, trying to get the stomp, but Renner maybe with the port. Yes, getting the port stomp is down, and will they be able to take advantage of that? Demon Lord seems to be the next focus target. I don't know if he's the perfect one, because he does still have all his cooldowns up. We have renewed focus. Shelter just came out. He's a pretty damn hard target to kill. Maybe the advancement to the quarry is the answer to all that. Matrak as well as Renner now trying to... Oh, and Jackie. They are going all out. 3 people to kill Zenana.
They want to take him down. Maybe they just feel bad for him because he's not really been involved in these couple of games. I think that's probably what it is. It's just like, yeah, you know, he's kind of not involved. Let's make Zan feel a little bit more welcome here as he starts to escape, and he'll probably start to pick out those slick shoes. There you go. Oh, look at those slick shoes. So annoying, but unfortunately he's been CC'd himself. He's got a poison tick on him, which is actually going to cause him a lot of damage down at 3.5k. The support's coming out from Demon Lord very nicely. Not even able to remove that one Condi there, unfortunately. So he's going to go down. He's very low. We're going to see that bubble coming out from Demon Lord. He's probably going to get the res, and any block or anything coming out from him, nothing really.
Poison's on him, but cleansed now, and after the cleanse, the rest just seems so much easier. Back again, but the 2v2 is going on strong. We still have Natsu defending the waterfall point. Maybe can go somewhere. Jackie pretty low, but Danto is potentially in a position where he can get off a quick res. Knockback happening. Will he go for the res? There we go. Safety refuge, but not really necessary at that point, I think.
maybe it just took a little bit of the edge off. At least they're going back up. I mean, over on the quarry as well, this fight's been fairly neutral. So now Metrics versus Zan. Zan can definitely take this 1v1, but also I think Metric probably could do as well. You know, there's a lot of places to line of sight around here. He doesn't have to keep the node, and Zan really putting him down there with the slick shoes, and then blasting a lot of damage down on him, especially with those poison grenades, and actually getting down to half HP here. So
Metric has the advantage that it's not his point, so he can just completely disengage if it gets too hot for him.
Yeah, so that is not too bad, and he's actually doing a good job now. Zan is very low on HP himself. Metric still has a lot of cooldowns, but AK is going to come over and offer some support. And just as he comes in there, dodges the Chaos Storm very well as well. And Zan's still low.
This match is just ridiculous. I want to emphasize, it's still only 20 points, not even 20 points between these teams, 15 to be exact.
Mid's not been capped yet.
Mid has not been capped yet. It is the point difference is just from a couple more kills to the side of 55, and we still do have the Lords on both sides open as a mechanic to end all this.
Demon Lord's on his own
in position
over here
to do
now.
it first, and when, and
they got Zan out quite well there, actually, Nick, with the portal. But unfortunately, it looks like he might even get taken down here, potentially by Jackie. Oh, getting away there. He's got slick shoes still up as well. Supply crate. Maybe
wants
he
to take wants to take advantage, but Natsu's on him. I don't think he will make it in time. The decap, there we go with the knockback. Getting the decap. Misha now bringing a little bit of action into this, well, basically stalemate until now.
Yeah, I mean, that decap's going to be the big game changer. Just one single decap. Over on the quarry, though, we have had a kill coming out for potentially maybe Renner might go down here. Some Condi coming out as well. Just the cleave's going to happen. No point in going for down, of course, we all know that. Demon Lord still on node versus with Metric there. Jackie is going to go down here to probably EC and also Zan there. And now Metric has to just bail. 1v3
8K cleaned up the 1v1 against Natsu, meaning double outer point cap, and this will just spiral out of control. We've seen how hard it is for either side to get a kill on the enemy team. So this might end up after the Moa and Danto and the burst damage coming out. CC static field. There we go. Downstate happening. Not quite, I think, with the cap, just because Renner is there. And nobody really wants to cap. Eternia and Demon Lord leaving the point at the same time. Now Renner left there, decap from Natsu on the waterfall, but we do still have the quarry safe. And it's only 90 points up until now. Still a possible
Look how
Lord
quickly,
rush,
though, that can escalate, you know. I mean, that's just the one decap and full cap from 55 HP Monks puts them 90 points ahead inside a minute and a half. Ridiculous. I mean, that's just unfortunate. And now they actually might get the mid cap as well, unless Renner can get on node and just be annoying. No, it's not going to happen. Still in stealth, unfortunately for him. Nothing you can really do there. Danto's going to be just running through the point now as they're trying to focus down on quarry. Waterfall, Eternia's on that node. That's not going to be changing hands anytime soon. It might even go into 55 HP Monk's favor as AK Microwaves comes onto point, tries to put that Chaos Storm and a mix of nice burst damage there. Eternia's actually going to leave him in that 1v1.
On Renner, is he preparing for Lord Rush? No, not quite yet. Might want to take the advantage in the 1v1 Misha against Natsu to finally get the waterfall back, but at the moment they need to deal with one of the other points because this is spiraling out of control. And at the moment, now we have crossed the 150 point lead for 55, meaning even a Lord Rush wouldn't equalize the scores anymore.
No, so it's getting out. Look at Eternia coming over now to support AK Microwaves as Natsu is also down as well. They were just going to keep this point, actually, red team. So, yeah. They have got...
leaving.
Oh, no. They just lost
Renner left, so just trying to survive. Might need to disengage here. This game is, I think, pretty much over. We might as well call it now. The teams haven't decided yet. They still want to fight it out. But triple cap is now...
real.
Yeah.
Not fake.
Real.
It's definitely real.
That's unreal.
So we're going to see 55 HP Monks, more than likely, going up against... I
haven't seen a game like this in a while. The back caps were so secure. Just Xanana sometimes just waiting on the point itself. Just
this is like launch.
Yeah, just being the backpoint defender, we had definitely, was it Natsu? I think it was Natsu on the side, having an eye on the waterfall and just assisting in the mid-fight with these staff abilities from range. And then, so no action on the side points whatsoever. The guys realized that after a while, so it was just an endless mid-fight, getting one person down at the most. And then one move, one decap, and then 1v1. To say one a bit more, Misha versus, was it Natsu? I think Natsu.
Natsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say it was him.
And
that
Ellie
decided the match. Completely snowballed it out of control.